So in the DP garden, we planted a lot of sunflower seeds. We have one success, and we're really proud of our one success. I know some of you are loads better at this than us, but we're really proud of this, and it's like our little victory, our one little victory. It's a treasure, because around the garden we seem to have little victories in all sorts of places, but only one. But it's little victories that make a real difference to people, and particularly when I'm thinking about some of the people that you're working with, a little victory, a little step forward makes a huge difference. So I'm thinking the sort of things that are coming up, particularly when we're aware that the news this weekend is getting rubbish, isn't it, in terms of possible food shortages, possible fuel increases. So people are going to be under a lot of pressure. So it's such a joy to hear of some of the initiatives that you're starting. So Tracy and the gang over in Christchurch had a really good sort of first session with the volunteers who are going to be involved in the community supper, I think they're going to call it. So they had 22 people who they invited to volunteer and get involved, and they're all willing to help, and now they're starting to invite people. Fantastic. We've got 2 step out of the traffic courses which are helping people to do that sort of little time to reflect and get a bit of space away from the pressures that so many families are having. One at Jimmy's with the food bank there, and one starting tomorrow with the Smile team. So thank you guys for setting that up. And a little small thing, we've now got agreement of how we're going to run the halftime lockers. So you remember halftime next to the YMCA? Well, the YMCA have put in some lockers, and we've agreed with them how that's going to work. So Claire and Georgia and David have been talking about on Mondays and Fridays giving people access to them as part of the appointment they have to try and help people who are making that journey off the street. And this is the time of year when we see the most people on the street. It's probably between 30 and 40, the people were saying last week, because we want to get alongside them in any way we can. So it's great that halftime has reopened and seeing those little victories, and we want more people to experience that. So we're doing, as you know, that we're trying to work with our supporters. So we've agreed this last week, Rachel in the office there, Rachel B and Claire are going to start writing to people. There's an easy win, or should be an easy win, that we're looking at in terms of getting people to sign gift aid forms, because we're not making as much gift aid as we really should be. So if you have somebody who starts to donate, please do make sure that they tick the gift aid bit. We want to try and give people more opportunities of volunteers. We have a lot of volunteering opportunities at the moment, so we're going to get those around to you. I'll share the summary that Rachel's written of all the different people that we need, and if you can help because you know somebody who's interested in volunteering with some of our projects, then please do get in touch, because we need that help. And actually there's an opportunity, it's obviously that time of year when businesses come round and say, hey, we want to do something in the community. So we've got some folk from JP Morgan, we've got some folk from the solicitors Leicester Aldridge, who also want to have a team day to go and do something. Now, I know and you know that a single team day is not the most useful thing that people could do, rather than the continuous volunteering. But maybe there's some creative things that we could do. I know that Rob around the shop has had some ideas about what we could do to give them an experience of what it is to help people get to those little victories, to help the people make those little step forwards that we're looking for. And we want to start getting back to our mission churches. I've got an opportunity to talk at a church next Sunday, and I know some of you are already talking to churches, and this is an opportunity for us to share our story and some of what we want to say to them. So again, I'll share some more with you this week about what we can be passing on to churches and the sort of messages we want. But to engage with churches, to engage with the people who are there, and to get them involved with sharing the journey of alongside people is crucial to our work, isn't it? So a little bit about impact, little victories, a little bit about supporters. Those are key things on our roadmap. I was just reminded this morning that for me, there's a nice little phrase somebody said, that the verses in the Bible help get into my head, and then the Holy Spirit helps to get them into my heart and then move my feet. And that's sort of a really great message when we're going in to talk to churches. So here's a verse that came out of my readings when I was reading in Genesis 22, and Abraham going up the mountain with Isaac, really challenging time for him. And the phrase that he kept on coming back to was, the Lord will provide. So this week, folks, just as we've had one sunflower come our thing, the Lord will provide for you in all the different areas that you need. Keep going, folks. See you soon.